Hello, hello. Okay. So let us run the code once. In the last session, we created a project structure and let us try to play with it. It's running. Let me open the code one. Let me open the port. Slash. Is the path correct? Sorry, user slash register. It's coming properly, right?
You should also work in office, really, but he is getting things, but I'm not getting this plan to register or update it.
Okay. So user is getting registered in the database. So now let us see the other set of operations like updating the user, deleting the user, and getting more users. I mean, getting all the profiles that are existing in the database. Okay. Please note down. So for the register, you are inserting the data. To insert the data, you can use the save method. Now, we would like to update the profile of a existing user, or first let us do the login. After that, we can see the next set of items. Is it okay? So in this process, what I am going to create is, I am going to create a view. Let us call this view as, already we have the profile.ejs. Already we have the profile.ejs. So now let us try to build a workflow. Let us try to build what? A workflow. How the workflow is, step 1, user will log in. Once the user logs in, fill the profile details of user. After the user logged in, we will fill the profile details of the user. For that, once we perform the login, we need to make a call to the database and we need to fetch the data from the database and pass it to the profile page. Once this is done, next thing is edit the profile. And the final thing is save the details of the profile. Update profile. Am I clear? Any doubts to anyone? Is the workflow simple or complex? Online folks, is the workflow okay to you? So first what we are doing, we are posting the login. Let us see the login screen. There is nothing here. we will take the help from the register.ejs. We need only usernames and passwords. So this is my login page, guys. Let me see whether I'm able to get the login page properly or not. So to avoid it, every time restarting the server, I will be using a tool called nodemon, npm install -g nodemon. Coming in this center. Perfect. So now what we're doing, we have to enter the username and we have to enter the password. If I enter the username and password, if they both are correct, then I should redirect him to the login page. Otherwise, I want to display some kind of error message. You understand the requirement? If I am able to, meet the requirement, I will be doing I'll be sending them to the profile page. Otherwise, I may have to do something else. Username, password. Let us say login. Now here, which method I will be using? I will be using the post method. Let us say user one. What was the previous password? User one. I clicked on login. Nothing will happen. It will be rotating because I don't have anything that I wrote inside the user controller. Let us stop this. Now, first let us see console.log request.body. What I am getting from the request or what I'm sending it to the server. What I'm sending the username and password. Am I clear? Now, user schema dot find one. Find one means it will identify one user. who is matching with the name. What was our schema? Small username, isn't it? Username, colon, what we have used in the view? The name, username. So this is my query, guys. I created the object. Query, comma. If there are any second parameter is, what are all the fields that you would like to fetch from the database? What are the fields that you would like to fetch from the database? What are the fields that we would like to get? We would like to get password only. I made password colon 1 dot then result dot catch error. Let us see if there is any error. What is that? Sorry, password colon 1. That means I just want only the password. I just want only the password. Let us print the what I am saying, response.send user logged in. And here, when the user will be logged in, if result dot password, I get the result in the form of an object. Result dot password double equal to request dot body dot password. Then I will say user is authenticated. Else invalid credentials. So what I'm doing here, I'm just authenticating the user and saying user logged in, else failed. Username, user1. Password is also entered user1. Oh, sorry, catch spelling mistake. Wow. That means user logged in. Let us see the result that we are getting as part of the thing that we have done. Console.log off. Are you finding it? Result from DB underscore ID password. These two things you are getting. And if this password matches with the password that we entered, which means it is a correct user. Otherwise, it is an incorrect user. Do you agree or not? So, this is how the authentication works in database. So, you're passing it to the database. You're passing your username to the database. If it is existing, you will get a result. Dynamically, we are passing, we are entering it there. Yeah, already just now we made a registration. For that registered user, you are doing the login. Got it? For that particular registered user, you are performing the login. Okay. So guys, am I clear? Right. Online folks, am I clear? Shall I continue? Okay. Now, user successfully login. Next, where we need to send the user? To the registration page or not? I mean, to the profile page or not? If the user successfully logged in, we would like to send the user to a profile page, isn't it? So let us see, if I go to the profile page, already I am a logged in user, I would like to display my details. Where? In the profile page. Okay. So this could be achieved with the help of a technique called session management. This will be achieved with the help of what? Session management. Please note down, managing sessions in Express.js. To manage the sessions in Express.js, we will be using a package called Express session. Express session is a package and then it will be used to add as a middleware. So what we will do? We are going to store the user details inside the session. Once we store the user details inside the session, if you navigate across the pages, you can still retrieve the data that you have received from the database. Okay. So sessions are nothing. Even if you refresh your page, server is going to keep your data on. Okay. So for that, we will use the Express session module. Okay. So let us see that how we are going to use the Express session module. What is that? So let us install the Express session. I'm installing the Express session here, guys. What is the purpose of it? To maintain the user sessions, we are using the Express session module. So Express session npm. So we got the Express session. Now what we will do? We will import the Express session. Copying it, going to the top liner. Let session equal to required Express session. I got the Express session here. Now I need to use this Express session in my application. I need to use this session in my application. So let us see how I'm going to use this session in my application. We got this session, right? So please note down, session will be passed as a middleware to the Express. Watch carefully. App.use session, every session will be having a secret key maintained by the server. My secret key is n bits. Cookie max age, how much time the session should persist? I am keeping it like this. I am keeping it like this. Any other key you can use. It's a secured one which will secure your application. So we got this session now. Provide save uninitialized option in Express.js line number 12, 13. So it is asking to provide the some features, save uninitialized option. Let us see that. Okay. So it was asking to provide few more options, resave and the uninitialized. So this is done. Now, each and every request will be having a session now. Each and every option will be having a session now. Let us see console.log request.session. I think it must be there. That's what I'm expecting. Let us see that. Are you finding it? The session is managed to keep path expires at what time? 2018, 16, 21. That means it will take 6 hours, right? We have given 6,000. 60,000 we have given. 60,000 means how many seconds? Not seconds, milliseconds. Okay, we will see that. That's no problem. So now I have this session which is got stored. What I will do now, instead of the password, I will not do anything. I will ask everything to be retrieved. Once logged in, we are storing it. Otherwise, we are not storing it. Watch carefully. Request.session. User details equal to result. Console.log of result or console.log of request.session. In line number 17, what am I doing? Store the retrieved values from database to session so that we can use them in another page. Ikkada login ayyam. We pulled the data from the database. We are storing this data in a session. And once you move to the another page, here you retrieved, right? There you can reuse that particular data. Watch it carefully. User logged in. Now, if you look at this session, in this session, what are you all having? User details, first name, last name, and password. All three things you are having or not? All the three things are you having? Now, it's a matter of what? Whether the user logged in or not, I can check. And the other thing is, I got the details of the user. Now, what I can do? I can go to the profile page. I can retrieve this user details and then I can play with them. Isn't it or not? So, here, two things we have done. We authenticated the user by checking this one, and the second part what we have done is we got the result and we are saving the user details in the data, inside this session. Okay, so I am also, once the user logged in, what I am doing, I am also doing something else called I said is authenticated equal to true. I said is authenticated equal to true. Now, if you look at my session, is authenticated equal to true and I'm getting the user details. Now, I would like to go to the profile page and I would like to fetch the data that I retrieved here in the profile page. So what I'm doing, I will be getting the profile page. Please note down, redirecting to the profile page. Redirect to the another page. Response dot redirect. So we are redirecting a request. Response dot redirect. Which page? Profiler. No. We need to check whether the particular path is existing in our routes or not. Profile page is there. Isn't it? So now I need to have the methods in the controller. The profile page, I have these details. Isn't it? First name, last name. Age we are not collecting at this moment. This is a text one. Now, I don't want the text. I would like to edit my profile, isn't it? I would like to edit my profile. User profile. Value equal to profile dot first name. Similarly, value equal to profile dot last name. We don't want to change the username. Username will be always remaining the same. Here also we will giving this username, but we are making it as read only. I'm making it this particular text box as what? Read only. Whatever the password that you are giving there, that password will come here. So now almost your profile page is ready. Only thing that we need to do is we need to get the request session and pass that particular object here. Request.session.user details. In the previous one session where we stored request.session.user details. So we stored it there. So I'm just retrieving that. And here I'm passing profile request.session.user details. Let us see what will happen now. And we did not have the handler for it. Post profile, get profile. We got the login, user one. Clicked on login. Why it is going here? Didn't I saved it? I'm saying /user/profile. I'm redirecting the user to profile. I'm sorry. I said the response.send over there. Oh, server data.title, which we did not pass. That's fine. I'm going to kill that. That's okay now. Wow. Are you finding it? Do you find the data got refreshed here? From where we got the data? We stored the data inside this session, isn't it? Is there any DB call here? There is no DB call, but I got the profile from the session. But if I open another incognito window, are you finding it? It is not able to identify the first name and last name. The reason is this browser's session is different. That particular browser session is different. So what we need to do here, if in the profile page, let us assume somebody wants to log in to see the profiles. First, I will verify if request.session is authenticated and request.session.user details. If these two are existing, do this. Else, response.redirect/user/login. What I'm saying, if user is authenticated and if you have the user details saved in the session, go to profile page. Otherwise, go to login page. Now, here I saved it. First name of undefined. Are you finding it? This is not getting identified. Let us see. Oh, I'm talking in the post. I should do it in the get, isn't it? I'm doing it in the post one. But ideally, I should do it in the get method. I apologize. Oh, what happened? We went to the login page. So it is not loading this one. Why it is not loading the style sheet? Any clue? Fail it to load Bootstrapper. Okay. Let us see. I'm trying to access any other page in the application. I'm trying to access a profile in the application. Am I able to get into the profile? No. The reason is I am not authenticated to access the user profile until and unless I logged in. Now observe, I have said user 1, user 1. Are you finding the profile page popped up and the data already pre-filled? User 1 username you cannot change. You can edit the first name, you can edit the last name, you can edit your password. You can edit your password. Am I clear? Now, shall we update our password? The moment I click on edit profile, whatever the fields that I am editing, I will be updating those fields. Is that okay? Please note down update query. Update query. So first let me show you the syntax of an update query. After that, we will do it. So update query will work in this mode, guys. You will get the user schema dot find one and update. Are you finding the find one and update method? Find the username and update, or find by ID and update. Find one and update. Which one you want to find? Query equal to username Where will you get the username from? Let user details equal to request dot session dot user details. Isn't it or not? Now, what we need to do? User details dot username. This is your query. The data you want to update will be the second part. The data, whatever the data you would like to update will be the part 2. So here you can use $set. Please note down $set. Colon. What are all the fields you would like to update? I would like to update my first name, colon, user details dot first name, comma, last name, user details dot last name, comma, what is the other one? Password, user details dot password. Let us see the syntax one more time. So $set, whatever the fields that you would like to update, you can update. Let us see what we are getting. Dot then result. Console.log of result. I got some latest update from the DB. Let us see what. And I'm saying response.send profile updated successfully. Dot catch error. Let us log the error. And then response.send something went wrong. Okay, let us try to do that. I don't have the profile now. Let us say user 1, logged in. I have the name getting changed to n bits, let us say. I'm clicking on edit profile. Username is always same. I did not modify the username. I'm clicking on submit. Profile updated successfully. Let us see the data that we logged to the console. Okay, now let us re-log in. Password password change. update అవ్వలేదు database లో. Why it's not updated?
Sir, updated and postponed, sir.
Right, buddy? It's a post call, but what I am thinking is it should update it. Unfortunately, it is not updating it. అక్కడ చేసాం ప్రొఫైల్ పేజ్ లాగిన్ పేజ్ లో సెట్ చేయలేదంటారా? రిట్రీవ్ చేసుకుంటున్నాం. హియర్ యు ఆర్ రిట్రీవింగ్ ది డీటెయిల్స్, రైట్? యూజర్ డీటెయిల్స్ తీసుకున్నాం కదా. Profile page, user details. Ideally, it should do it. Let me see if it is not doing it. Wait, let me see the dollar set. This is correct only. I don't think it is going. Okay, it is going here. Let us see. Profile, user details, first name, last name, user one, user one. The profile result still displaying the session result only. Why it is not doing the thing which I am expecting? I'm just thinking, give me a second. Username equal to username dot username. Dollar set I have used, where I'm setting the first name, last name and everything. Let me see. User one and then come on, this is crazy. I'm not able to understand why it is not updating it. Right. You are right. So the moment I'm posting it, I should not get it from the user details. I should get it from the request dot body. Exactly, you're right. I'm sorry. User details are from the request. Request dot from the body. I'm capturing it. You're right. I'm mistaken. I missed the basic thing. User one. Login. Now it is getting saved properly. Click on edit profile. I'm saying Turi, first name, ABCD, password. I'm changing it to n bits. I changed everything. Now I clicked on edit profile. My profile got edited successfully. Now let me re-log in. Username remains same, user1. Password is n bits. So we are able to successfully create a user by using the registration page. We are able to log in into the application by using the login method. We are able to retrieve the details from one page to other page via session. And now we are able to update the user. Am I clear? Any doubts in this? Any doubts to anyone? Feel free to ask. Guys, any doubts you have, feel free to ask. No doubts? Are we clear? Dollar significance is nothing but here you are trying to set profile page can be accessed without login. No. The big question, profile can be accessed without login. If you remember, our profile page is secured with is authenticated true or not, and whether the user details are there or not. If I'm accessing from another browser itself, I will not be, even though I'm on the same machine, if I'm trying to access from another browser, incognito window or Firefox, I will not be able to access the details. Why? Because it is per browser based session. Within the same browser tabs, you can access, but once you move to another browser tab, you won't be able to access it. Which one? This theme is the what we have picked, right? I just want to have a bit polished one, guys. Hope it is okay with you. User 1, NBATS. Slowly we are improving our application. Now, let's keep it inside the container. Why it is getting too fatty? It's fatty over there or what? fatty here. Expand large. Can I make it empty? Medium. I don't like that now. Still I'm getting like this.
Hello, Kiran. Hello. Hello, Kiran. Hello. Hello.
That's okay.
Hello.
At this moment we are okay.
Hello, Kiran.
Now, for this particular page, I would like to display logout and the other features. Let us say products and logout. Is that okay, guys? For the login, I will display only login and register. For the register also, I will display login and register. For these two, I will have those options. For the we can call Shiva, no problem. So let me go to the login.ejs, register.ejs. To EJS pages, I would like to enable the top navigation bar so that our navigation should be smooth. And in the profile.ejs, here I don't want these things. I just want logout. I want what? Logout. And then I want profiles. I want profiles. And here I don't need anything. I'm just, let's say products. Okay. And also, I would like to display the username here. Also, I would like to display what? Username here. Let me do that. Profile dot username. Okay, guys, let us see. And let us apply the same thing in the other pages. Control C, go to the register page, div class equal to container, and then keep it here. I will be saying register. I will be saying login. This is not needed anymore. Logout is not needed anymore. User register, user login. Register and login I made here. Let us see. The same div I should apply in the register page as well, isn't it? Done. Now let us say login, user login, user one, user one. Sorry, n bits kada. N bits, products, profiles, and logout. What happened to our button? I'm sorry guys. Here we are building a web application. If you want to build a RESTful application, everything remains the same, but the response will be changing. The response will be a JSON object. That is the only difference between this and the other one. Am I clear? That is the only difference between this and the other one. To make sure you understand the differences clearly between a web application versus a RESTful application. In the coming sessions, you will be finding mostly the RESTful session only. Okay, so we know now how to connect to the database, how to fetch the data from the database, how to send the data to the database, how to create a web application, how to handle the redirections from one page to other page to this page, how to handle, how to share the data between one page to the other page, we have seen, isn't it? Now, in the coming session, we will try to understand what to say, the RESTful architectures, and then we will also try to understand how to implement the Google authentication, Facebook authentication, these kind of authentication models, how we are going to implement. We call them as passport-based authentication. Okay, right now we are directly dealing with our own database. Now, in future, the coming session, we will discuss about how to authenticate a user by his Facebook account. Make sense? I'll keep a Facebook icon over there. The moment I log in, I would like to pull the Facebook credentials. How to do the Facebook authentication. These kind of techniques we will see. Okay. So please take the latest code and give a practice. Unit testing in JavaScript. Unit testing in JavaScript will be done by a framework called Karma or JavaScript. Okay. So the Jasmine is the actual unit testing framework.
Like our CLI.
It's a unit testing framework. If you're working with the Angular, by default it will be enabled. By default it will be enabled. Jasmine will be enabled. And there, what is your input versus, you will take a method. For this method, what is the input? What is the output? You have to write the some logic over there. The problem is not writing the logic. Problem is understanding that particular architecture. How to, what are mocks? There are a lot of things inside the unit test. It's not so straightforward one which I can explain. If you want to perform the unit testing, you should have to think like how that JavaScript framework thinks. That means you yourself should behave as a Angular framework. Then only you can perform the unit testing. It cannot be done in a single day. It should come over a period of time after understanding all these things. You understand the architecture of the respective framework. If it is a node is also unit testing is there. So if you understand the architecture of the node currently, then you can perform the unit testing. It's not so straightforward. It is not at all straightforward. Whether it is Angular, React, Node, everywhere unit testing will be there. But everywhere the unit testing, the way you are going to set up the unit testing framework itself matters. Internally, the logic you are going to write remains same, but the way you are going to set up and the way you are going to pass the data to the unit testing framework will be varying. Because of that, what will happen is you will be pressure. Got it? It's really difficult for the pressure to handle that. Otherwise, unit testing is there in the JavaScript, but very few people will do that testing. What is href JavaScript void? So if I don't want to click a link, I want to disable the link. In that case, I just use this simple hack, simple technique. Even if I click that, nothing should happen, is what I intend to do. Got it, Surya? Okay. So now you have a full-fledged application. Oh, register gather. You asked about the server-to-server communication, which will be coming in the coming weeks. How one server is going to communicate with the other server. Register, login. Once we log in, we can do the other set of things. You can extend this, the fields you can extend. You can extend the fields for further registration, and then you register, go to the profile. You log in, go to the profile. Like that, you try various things within the same application. Okay. Also, please go through the express sessions one more time. The code is available to you. Please take the latest code. Coming weeks, we are going to find more interesting things like how to get the data from a remote server. Right now, you are getting the data from your database. How to get the data from a remote server? Server to server communication. Okay. And then how to, what to say, authenticate. These are all advanced topics in Node. How to authenticate. And then how to deploy a Node application. So all we are going to see in the coming sessions. So next session we will be focusing on the RESTful architecture is one thing, and Facebook-based authentication is what we are going to see. After that, we will also work on the Walmart-based integration.
Like only current operations.
Very happy, different operations.
Unless earlier development
jQuery వస్తుంది ఈ వీక్ లో ఈవీ ఈ వీక్ అంటే కమింగ్ వీక్. Thank you guys.